Hi everybody, happy Sunday. My name is Andrew Spirit, psychic medium, healer, and spiritual development teacher. And this is just a quick chat that I wanted to share with you about when going for private psychic mediumship readings that don't necessarily make complete sense right away or shortly after the reading. And there's a few reasons for that. Some of which include, for example, bringing through evidential mediumship of someone that you knew, were related to, friends with. Sometimes we can't place the person right away. Uh, Sometimes it might be someone that we knew as a child in elementary school, or someone that we would have preferred to totally forget about and actually did for most of the time. And sometimes there's certain people that we don't want to hear from or remember because not everybody has treated us kindly. Um, so when I have given private readings, there is the odd occasion where someone just cannot place who the individual is, um, either because it was such a long time ago, or they had forgotten about someone and prefer to keep it that way. There's a number of other reasons, but um, what I like to suggest is when you're getting a private reading and it doesn't make sense right away, or some of it doesn't, let it just kind of percolate in the back of your mind without trying to remember too hard. Just leave it for a while. Sometimes parts of the reading or messages take days and weeks, even months to register or make sense to you. I've had cases personally for myself when I've received a reading from a internationally renowned medium, and I had to wait 3 years to actually see it come through to completion accurately within a couple of weeks of the 3 year date that I was given of what would happen. So, like I said, there's no time frame. It can take weeks, months, sometimes even years. So, I just wanted to share with you, if you get a reading and not all of it makes sense right away, don't worry about it. Just literally forget about it, and at the right time, or in other words, in divine order, it'll register with you. It'll come to you when you need to remember it or recall it. So with spirit, they don't work with linear time. It's a little bit different. So just try to bear that in mind and try not to be too logical, rational, or black and white with things. Just take what you can, and whatever doesn't make sense to you, don't assume it's necessarily wrong. Just leave it for a while, and see what happens. Give it time. Don't put a time frame on it. A few other examples: if I am, say, um, providing mediumship, someone's coming through, and I get a visual in my mind's eye, that visual won't be identical to, say, if you held a photograph in your hand of that person. I will probably, what I usually get is a similar build. Age can be tricky. Sometimes I get the age very accurately, an age range. Sometimes they will show me themselves at an age slightly younger than when they passed or when they were at their prime or their best. Um, Other times I might get the shade of hair color, for example, slightly off. Same with pets, past pets, dogs, cats. Sometimes the coat, I'm not 100% accurate with the color or slightly off. So just be a little bit more sort of gray area and flexible. The main thing is to just take the things that are seem or feel accurate to you, but it's not going to be like a photograph match black and white. Um, because the way I see energy and images in my third eye, for example, is it's more of a energy sensation and energy feeling. I sometimes even struggle to explain it in words. So, it's not always an exact match. So try not to dismiss things too quickly. Take what you can of it and ask for clarification. I find that sometimes that works well. I'm not in control of the information I access. I basically don't tell Spirit on demand, I want to know exactly this, that, and the other, and you have to provide it to me. Sometimes I ask and Spirit decides this is not the divine timing for that, and they won't necessarily give me everything I want to know. So uh, I do ask for as much information as possible, but sometimes the connection may be a little bit harder. For example, if I'm dealing with an individual who was very religious and did not believe in incarnation, the afterlife, or the spirit realm, it would be a harder read, generally speaking. Not always, but sometimes it can get in the way. So for me, some connections are stronger than others. So I just wanted to share those few little things about what to expect and how to handle readings when you're going for private readings with mediums. It's not clear cut, black and white, crystal clear. Sometimes there'll be a few deviations. That just reminded me of another case where sometimes I will be describing someone or something, and the person will start taking certain things, and meanwhile I'll be seeing one individual in my mind's eye, but there'll be two of them there. There'll be two separate beings, but I'll only get a visual of one of them. And the person sitting receiving my reading will say to me, now you're describing, first I thought you were describing this person, now you're describing someone else I knew. So you're describing basically two people to me. And it's happened a number of times with me where, yes, I'm picking up on two energies. I'm only seeing one visually in my mind's eye, so I'm assuming it's all from the same person. But once we sift through the information and we ask more questions and get some more clarification, eventually we're able to almost always figure out who's who. So it's good to ask for clarification, ask questions, no expectations. Try not to have expectations. Just be open to whatever will come to you and will be shared with you and what won't. It's not clear-cut, simple, like putting in an order for whatever it is you want to purchase or order. It's not like that. We don't necessarily get exactly what we want when we want it. So I just wanted to share that with everybody and give you a few tips that will help when you're going for private readings. Last thing I want to leave you with is when you're sitting receiving a reading, make as if you're like a sponge. Just soak in the energy, enjoy being there, be totally open, and as much as possible drop all expectations. By all means ask. I usually just let Spirit share first what they want to share, and then afterwards there's always time for questions, and then I'll open it up to the individual to ask questions about maybe particular people they wanted to hear from, and then I go ahead and ask. I just let Spirit share first, and then I ask questions on your behalf. So that's basically how it works with me anyway, and with a fair number of other mediums too, I believe. So sometimes two or three beings will come through, and one will be more dominant and strong, and I'll only get a visual of one, but I'll be picking up or feeling more than one in the background. I just won't see them in my mind's eye. So it takes a little bit of sifting through the energy and working it out. So the more open you are to how that works, the better, because we can put blocks and resistance when it comes to messages. We can block it ourselves, we can put resistance, we can be too black and white, too specific. So energy and spirit can work in a multitude of ways. So just wanted to leave that with all of you. When considering going for readings or trying to understand a reading, you may have to give it some time and let go of when it clicks, when it registers and makes sense. It's all in divine timing. So not up to our linear time. So I'll leave that with you, and hope that helps a lot of you out, and hope you've been enjoying the weekend, and hope to see many of you on Thursday. For those of you who don't know, Thursday evenings at 7, every Thursday at 7 p.m. I do live messages on Facebook, live psychic messages. So please tune in on Thursdays whenever you can, and you'll get an exact idea of how I work. I'll be just doing it briefly in many messages. I can't select who to give messages to. Spirit decides it for me, but it'll give you a very good idea of how Spirit works through me. Part of it anyway. So until next time, thank you for tuning in and listening. Please share. Thanks for sharing with friends and family and anyone else who's interested. Till next time, have a great week. Until then, take care.